Samore Love Bugs. You have now tuned in to my haves and have-nots recap. Woo! You know I get hyped whenever it's time for haves and have-nots. So much craziness occurred and I was totally loving it. Like, this is what I live for. I'm so serious. Like, this is what I feel like we needed. Like, this year, I feel like haves and have-nots have been around for a while, but I feel like it's getting better and better as it continues. And I remember when Tyler Perry started this series, he was saying, well, he sends out like emails because I'm subscribed to his email blast or whatever. And he had said that this was like pretty much his first drama that he had created, because he usually does sitcoms, you know, the funny stuff. And I feel like he started off a little bit slow, but it keeps on getting better, and you can see that he's growing in his craft, and I'm loving it. I really am. So we start off from where we left off last week, which was where Veronica was giving Maggie the beat down. And, you know, I feel bad for the girl, because Maggie, she wasn't even really, like, fighting back. Like, what happened, girl? You talk so much smack. You need to be able to back it up. At least do a little something, something. I mean, even if you know that maybe you might have been in the wrong, because it is somebody else's husband, at least fight back. I'm saying, do something. You can't let people beat you down like that. What, you going to be a personal freaking, what's them damn things called? The things that you punch, a punching bag? I was disappointed in her, like, seriously. So Maggie, she was trying to, like, plead and just say her case and her side of the story and just kind of help out and let Veronica know that she didn't do anything. Nothing happened, but it wasn't working. This girl took up a freaking lamp and pitched it at her. She was not trying to hear anything that Maggie had to say. It's just like, okay, you're a whore and you're not going to tell me nothing. There's nothing that you can say. I already know what happened. It's obvious. Look, it's obvious. So while they're having all this commotion, I guess somebody called security because all of the loudness, the craziness and everything, and that's probably a pretty prestigious type of hotel or whatever. So there goes that same security guard, the one I told you I liked last week because he was making sure he was doing his job correctly, he wasn't playing. Well, they're just like, okay, what's going on? Is everything okay? And Veronica, she's a good actress, right? She grabs up David and she's just like, oh, I'm sorry. We were just having some fun, you know? You know, she really played it off. And she made it seem like nothing was happening so that there could be no scandal in the paper. Because at the end of the day, these are big-time people. What is he, like the governor or something like that? I don't even know what the hell he is, but I know he's like a big-time lawyer or judge or whatever, and then she's a big-time lawyer as well, so they're well known. They can't be going down with all this mistress scandal and stuff like that, especially at a time like this where Jim is running, you know? You have to make sure that everything is nice and clean, even with the people that's behind you, running with you, trying to be, you know, your right-hand man and all those types of things. Because as long as Jim goes up, he goes up with him because that's like his teammate. So David, he was literally crying. Like, once they closed the door, David was literally crying to Veronica and trying to let her know that nothing happened. And she was not trying to hear it. She's like, your shirt is open. He's like, because I opened it. I know it looks bad, but let me explain. Give me a chance. It wasn't me, boo. I know Shaggy made it bad for us, but it wasn't me. So now she kind of lifts up his shirt a little bit. She's like, your zipper's open too. Nah, like, you can't tell me nothing happened. He's like, oh, he literally got the tears coming down. It didn't happen. And I'm just like, dude. It's a shame. I feel like he should have did something just for the simple fact that she don't believe you anyway. Nothing you can say or do is gonna mean nothing to her. You know, you can show her, tell her, smell it. You know, I didn't do anything, and she's still not gonna believe you. She's like, oh, there's lipstick on your mouth. There's lipstick on your mouth. You were kissing her. I mean, yes, he was kissing her, but, you know, I guess because it's the classic line. Like, everybody says that once you get caught, most people that's the line they're going to use. I didn't do it. We didn't go that far. I know it looks bad, but see what had happened was, and then you start coming off with the lies, rolling off at the tongue. So that's what you're going to believe initially. Like, so when it's a good man like that actually didn't do anything, you're still going to believe he did something. But honestly, for me, just like kissing and making out would have still been on the cheating platform to me, you know, because that's still, you're cheating, you know. There's no going around it. You cheated. You gave somebody else some kisses that I was supposed to be getting. So chill dogs, you still cheated. I don't care if you went to the fullest extent of cheating, you cheated. So when he's like, you know what, I've had enough of this, I'm coming home, she's like, I dare you. She gave him that stanky face, you know, stank. Like, you better not. Don't play with me, I'm crazy. So she ends up leaving. And I'm just like, dang, David, what you going to do now? What you going to do now? Because if that was me, I mean, she just totally disrespected him. That's the reason why you're in the predicament that you're in now, is because she constantly disrespects him. He keeps on trying to appease her to make her happy. And she keeps on, like, pretty much, I would call it slapping him in his face, spitting in his face, and just pretty much disrespecting him. Regardless, he tries, and it's like nothing is good enough. Whatever hole she's in is the hole that she digged for herself. That's the way I feel. So now, Candace, she's pretty much blackmailing Jim. She had her way with him, with people around, all those guys and drag queens and stuff. She got a whole bunch of pictures to blackmail him. She's trying to get $7.4 million from him. He initially thought it was only $2 million, and he's like, you're stupid. Because the system is created so the haves can continue to haves, and those that have not will not have anything, or some crap like that, he said. It sounded real nice, and it went with the whole title. And she's like, that's when she revealed that she actually won 7.4, because she's like, you know what, at the end of the day, I know that they're going to take taxes, and I want to still be able to walk away with at least $5 million. Yeah, I'm not playing. So yeah, she's much smarter than he thinks she is. And I'm like, yo, like, this dude, he's getting me so mad. You know why he's getting me mad? Because it's like he completely transported into this fake badass. Like, he's really trying to be stubborn, hold his ground, and he gonna get himself killed off because she's not freaking playing with him. I mean, no, she doesn't want him to die, but she's gonna still torture him. And it's just making me mad that he's just trying to be this hardcore tough guy. Like, dude, sit down. You from the suburbs. You in the hood. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That was just pissing me off. So Jeffrey, he's awoken by some knocking on the door. So he don't know who it is, but he's finally he comes to the conclusion like, okay, that darn Candace, she freaking went ahead and did what she said she was gonna do. Because remember in the last episode, she said that she was gonna send a man for him because he needed someone. He needed a little action. So when he goes to the door, he's like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to play along. He opens up the door, and there she is. I mean, there she is. There he is. And he just goes, and he's like, what are you doing, son? So it was actually Benny that was at the door. He was coming to find Candace. And Jeffrey, like, throughout this whole time, like, for that moment, he was just, like, baffled, like, why you hit me? He's like, nah, dude, like, I don't roll like that. What are you doing? Why would you kiss me? I'm just like, awkward. So now, they end up, like, talking it out. He talks to his sister, and she says that she's pretty well taken care of. She's good. Jeffrey didn't even want to talk to her at that moment, because I guess he was feeling so embarrassed about the whole situation. Everything was just all mixed up. Celine, she finds Wyatt all laid out on the couch in his dad's study or office, whatever you want to call it. and she sees that he drink off the freaking brown liquor, whatever it was, whiskey or rum or something, whatever. And she's like, nah, get up. You need to get up. And then he starts to like, he goes on top of her looking like he's about to do something to her, like he was about to rape her or something. And she was playing along at first. She was like, when you grow up, then you can come see me. But then he started saying things like, yeah, I know that you're a whore and you did everything right under my mother's nose in her house. And then she just started to look serious. Like, whoa, this is not a game anymore. This is real life. Like, this is serious. Like, now he seems to have some type of real vendetta towards me. Like, he's coming for me right now. Let me try to get up from under his wrath. And when she does that, he kind of reads the messages. Like, after they were exchanging words a little bit, he reads the messages that are on his father's phone. And it was a lot of them that were actually from Candace. I think initially she thought that those were messages between her and him. But then he ended it off with something Candace. And she looked like, wait, Candace? You're talking about Amanda's friend Candace? And she looked like she was furious. Like, if you could see fire coming out of her freaking hair, out of her scalp, we would have saw it, because she was fuming. She looked so freaking pissed, like she wanted to run up the stairs and go freaking scratch the man's eyeballs out. But he wasn't home, which is what Wyatt let her know. Like, I've been sitting here waiting for him because I want to have a talk with him. And he's not here as yet, but I've been waiting here. So there's nothing she can really do about it. And he was like flirting with her and stuff like that. I'm like, oh goodness. At first I thought she was about to get it on and popping with him, but then when she saw that he was actually not playing around and he was really serious and crazy, she was like, nah, this is a bad situation. So back at Hannah's house, Hannah got her little natural hair popping, boo. She got a little cute little hairstyle. I'm like, oh, if I got some time and patience, I might just do that style. But I be lazy with the natural stuff. Put it up and we good. So yeah, she got her little natural hair popping, her little robe on, her little silk looking robe. I'm like, okay, she look a little cute over there. What you getting all cute for? Because you know the man is in your bed. That's why she knew what she was doing. Okay, Hannah. So this dude, he goes to not really brush his teeth because there's no toothbrush for him, but he goes to goggle his mouth out. Then when he comes back, he's just like, it's like he took a little bit of a swig of some happy juice or something in the bathroom, because he came back, or he took a sip of liquid courage, because he came back like he was a lion and she was his prey. I'm telling you, he came and he just started. And I was just like, whoa, child. Hannah about to get her groove back tonight, boy. Okay, let's turn it on. She's just like, no, I can't do this. I want to be saved. I can't. No, it's been so long. No, I've got kids and what are you doing? And he's like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. What do you want me to do, Hannah? I'm like, oh my God. This is like watching mama and daddy doing it or something. I can't watch this. What are they doing? What are they doing? So they have their little scene going on, and yeah, getting all freaky deaky, but she kept on like trying to stop him, whatever, you know, trying to be the good Christian woman that she was, even though the other night she was drinking some liquor. Tell us about that one. It did look odd to see her drinking, just because I feel like she's the Bible toting, you know, church praying woman, you know. And even Mike had said it might be. I remember he was like, it looked a little weird. I'm like, yeah, like it didn't look right. That's like a preacher drinking some whiskey. It's weird. I don't know. So now Veronica, she's starting her crap. She goes over by Jeffrey's house, and she's telling him what went down, like father had an affair. But then she just like totally switches everything up, and It's like Misery. I tell you, Misery loves company. And that's exactly what was happening with that situation. Misery was like, you know what? I'm alone right now. I need somebody to feel this too. So she starts telling him that the reason why he walked out or he had the affair was because of Jeffrey wanted to be a homosexual. And they've started arguing a lot since the whole thing has been coming up, and because he wants to live a certain way. And that's the reason why his father had moved out of the house. I mean, it kind of is, but if she was allowing Jeffrey to be the person that he was meant to be, that he wanted to be, then it would not have went that far. So she cannot blame Jeffrey for the person that he is. She cannot blame David for not wanting to be around her and her shenanigans and trying to control him and make him live a lifestyle which he'll be freaking unhappy and disgusted with. I mean, people like her are the reasons why people commit suicide, because they always feel like they're not good enough and they can't please the person that means the most to him. I mean, that's his mother at the end of the day. She gave birth to him. She took care of him. And for her to be so disgusted by the way that he wants to live, I know it has to hurt him a lot. And he just looked like he was so, like, hurt and disappointed as she was, like, pretty much blaming him for all of her problems that she's having with his father. So as she's talking and continuing to make him feel bad, Candace walks in. And Candace is like, what is she doing here? And she's like, what is she doing here? She's like, I'm staying here. And she's tried to come at Candace, but you know, Candace is just as sly as her. It's like they're almost like the same person, just one is a little more educated, or one has, I mean, Candace is educated, but she's more like the street smarts. But she also has book smarts as well, because isn't she about to get like some type of degree or something? I know she's in college. So, but yeah, anyways. So Candace, they're going back and forth, and then Candace is just like, she calls her a whore or something along those lines. And Candace says that, she's like, how about I give you some tips? How about you give me your email address so I can send you some tips on how to keep your man happy? How about that? When she said that, Veronica looked mortified. Like, she looked like she just had the worst piece of doo-doo in her mouth. Like, she did though. And she just looked so grossed out, and her eyes were looking all wild. Like, I can't believe she just said that. And then she says, yeah, I know that your husband came out of a hotel room with Maggie. No one told me. I didn't have to hear it. I can see it in your face. I'm like, what the hell? Is freaking Candace a mind reader? Like, how the hell she know all of that? Unless she was really, like, standing behind the door, like, kind of listening or something like that. Because I'm like, dang, how you know everything, though, Candace? Dang, girl, you good. So, she wants Candace to leave, and she tries to bring up the whole car thing to him because she knows that's pretty much the only thing she has on him. And he's asking Candace to leave, but Candace is like, no, I'm not leaving. Like, I'm staying here. She can't just walk up in here like, who is she? Please. I ain't leaving. So when she does that, of course, Veronica gets more upset, but she thinks about it. She's like, you know what? You're going to be staying here for a while, like another day or so? Okay, that's fine. I'll leave. And once she does that, Jeffrey already knows, like, nah, nothing good can come of this. For her to leave so easy, without an argument, without fighting, it's like sometimes you just feel it. You know, you just know kind of like in your bones that something ain't right. Because I've had those moments where it's like, wait. We not arguing? He not going to say nothing to me? Nah. Things ain't good right now. He's conjuring up something about, the storm is brewing, something about to go down. This is the calm before the storm, honey. You already know. So that's exactly what Jeffrey was saying. As soon as she left, she's like, nah, nothing good can come of this. So since she's so vexed, of course she's gonna call Quincy, because that was her initial thing. She called up Quincy to come and take care and handle this girl. So she called up Quincy, and she tells him that she knows exactly where Candace is and to go there now, and also she's with a man. And I'm like, would you do that, really? But she was like, wait. Don't hurt the guy. Just rough him up a little bit, because he's like, what? Nah, he's going to get what's coming to him too. And she's like, nah, that's my son. Don't hurt him. Just rough him up a little bit. Do like what you did to Jim a little bit. Okay? Do one of those. So he agrees, and he's about to be on his way. So that's exactly what we're going to be seeing in the next episode. I don't know. She's trying to give him a taste of reality. But she goes too far. I don't know, that Veronica, she just makes me so upset. It's like, there's no way that I can feel sorry for her. I just don't want to see her win. I don't. She makes me so mad. She's like the evil villain. It's like Candace is an evil villain too, but she's a different kind of evil villain. She's like the evil villain that's like a Robin Hood. You know, she's trying to help people even though she's hurting some. That's how I feel that she's doing. You know, the take from the rich and give to the poor. Yeah, she's doing something like that. Interesting. Alright guys, let me know what you thought about this episode down below. What did you love? What did you hate? Let's discuss it. Alright guys, be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.